Hey everybody, it's Ron Jackson here, and I'm going live. I'm actually going live as well on TikTok, and hopefully I can get my TikTok messages going. So just so you guys know, I'm actually going to be talking about what's in my bag, what gear I'm using. So I'm live on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. So I hope everybody's doing well. I wanted to go over my gear now because I need to use it for a gig tomorrow. So, when I travel, you'd be surprised when I go to a local gig in New York City or when I'm on the road, what kind of gear I actually need for my shows. So, it's every little thing is very important when you're actually on tour and playing out. Okay, so if you're watching this, please share my live stream. Please follow me everywhere, at Ron Jackson Music, and you can follow me and go see me where I'm playing live, etc. And and you could see what the gear I'm using if you look at the description on my on my YouTube description or on my Facebook page. You could see a description there of all the equipment I'm using at my Amazon store. So you can actually just go to my Amazon store and check it out. And if you're interested in this kind of gear, so these are things I have in my bag. So when I'm on the road, whenever I'm even in town, okay, I use this case right here. Okay, it's the Reunion Blues case here. I'm going to look up the name exactly. Okay, it's right here. Okay, and it's called the RBCC 3 Continental Voyager small body acoustic guitar case. Okay, so I use that on my jazz guitar here. It's a great guitar case, and it's a really a great case here. So everybody on TikTok, if you can comment, please comment, because I haven't been able to get my comments on TikTok. I don't know why. So anyway, so this is the case I actually use when I'm on the road. It really protects my guitar. Now look at this. You can see it on my merch bag. I mean, here in the description. It comes with great straps. You can put the straps in here and hide them if you want to, with the zipper under here. Okay. There's a handle here. Okay. So it's really sturdy. I put it on my back, no problem. Okay, you see that? Now, I'm going to show you the guitar in a minute. So it has a lot of cool pockets. So I put cables in here. I'll show you later. And this little section here, and this opens up right here. Okay, and it opens up. And you can actually put a computer in here if you have to. Take a look. So you can put a computer in this case. Let me go back a little bit so you can see that. Okay, and it has like a pocket here. This is a cable holder. Okay, you can put cables in here and hold the cables. Oh yeah, right now it's funny. I forgot to talk about this. I have business cards in here. Okay, and other things that aren't supposed to be in there. So then there's a little zippered case here. I should use this more often. Another case here has a lot of room for your gear. Okay, and it zips up nice. And then what's really cool about it is it has a great handle right here. Hola. And then if you look inside, it's well padded. I have my most valuable guitar in this, my Benedetto 7-string custom-made 16B guitar. So if you look inside, it opens nice and wide, so I don't have to scrape the strings against the bottom of the guitar. So look how big this guitar case is. So look at this. It fits right here, and there's a neck strap lock, and it protects the guitar neck. And there's padding here to make it bigger, actually. See that? So I'm trying to show you that on 2 different cameras. So I put my guitar in this, and it's really well padded. Okay, and you see this padding here. It's kind of getting messed up because the strings hit that and cut it up. but it's a great case. And I trust this, actually, if they have to throw it under the plane, it's protective enough. And it won't break the guitar. You know, you can't really bend this thing. So it's really a great case called the RBCC3 case by Reunion Blues. And I'm a Reunion Blues artist. You can just go on my link in my description to check out the case on Amazon, on my Amazon store. So this is the case I use. So I'm going to show you what's inside my case now. This because people always wonder what do I use to you know, as gear. Now you'd be surprised all the things I need for a gig. So there's so many things I need for a gig, everybody. Let me move this camera back so you can see me a little bit better. Okay, let me put this back down a little bit. So so here's what's in my bag. So I mean, I couldn't find this on Amazon to list, but you can look at this on my Facebook and gear like this. And this is a Moody leather guitar strap, okay? And this is a great strap that I use. You got to make sure you have a guitar strap. Like, you know, I usually play standing up. We'll talk about that in another video. And so this is a nice wide case. Let me see what the comments are here. Yeah. So yeah, so you can go to my Amazon store. Someone's asking me if you want to go to my Amazon. You can go to my Amazon store and get this gear that I'm showing you. Except the Moody leather strap is not available on there. Okay. And I use this strap because it's nice and wide, because my guitar is pretty heavy. You know, people get a lot of guitar players have a lot of shoulder problems from these cases, from guitars, from holding guitars. Let me see some of this. Oh, Victor, Robert's got a brand new bag. Hey, Victor, like a smuggler's dream. Thanks. Yeah, my good friend Victor is saying hi to me on YouTube. So, so when I use this strap here, let me go back here so I can not see the comments. I have this really cool device now called the Rock Lock, okay? And I can show you the box. And I met these guys at the NAMM show. This actually attaches to your guitar neck, guitar strap button, and locks the guitar into place. You can see that on my Amazon store. And it's really a great product, okay? And so let me take my guitar out. You can take any guitar, and with a strap system, let me get one over here. Let me show you. So let me take this guitar, and you just take this thing, and it just locks right in. See that? And it doesn't come out. It's called a Rock Lock, and it's really great. And I'm going to be working with these guys on helping them promote this new product. You put it right here. You see that? And it goes around the cable. The guitar strap like this. It tightens up like this. See that? And then you can put this right in the guitar strap holder without any modification at all to the guitar. And look, it's locked right in there. Let me put it in here. Sorry. Yeah, so it's locked right in here. A really great strap holder. And I put it right here. Okay, and now I'm holding the guitar strap like that, okay? So, and then I'll take it off. And it comes off. There's little buttons here to hold to open it up. Really great strap lock. And it comes in this box like this. Okay. It's called a Rock Lock, okay? And it's made by a friend of mine, and it's a really great product. So you can find this on Amazon, okay, as well. And you can see it on my Amazon store list here on my YouTube description or my Facebook, okay, not on TikTok. So that's what I have in my bag. I have that strap lock holder. Let me put my guitar over here and on a guitar stand back here. So that's one of the things I have in my bag is my guitar strap with the Rock Lock, which I just showed you. Okay, this thing. You got to check it out. And then the next thing I have in my bag, so these are things you're going to need. Like when you're going on a gig, you might forget something. So here's another thing that I use. I make sure I bring a power cable for electronic devices. This plugs into my amp, which is very important. Like, so I have a little amp here, like my little Hendrickson amp. See this amp? So, I mean, you'd be surprised. You go to a gig and you have this missing. And that's really crazy. So look at this. Just push it, you know, it's just a backup. So I have like So I drive, and I make sure I have one in the case. So I'll put this. I'll take this little cord, and I fit it right here in my case. So that's part of my in my bag gear. So I'll put this right here in this little pocket in this Reunion Blues bag here. You see that? Right here. And I'll throw that in here and put it away because I know I'm gonna need it. And I always have a couple of these. I have one in here and I have one in another in my car, in the back, in the trunk. I just have a bunch of these. Yeah, thank you, James, for the gift. I really appreciate it. My goal on TikTok is to get 5 roses, okay? Thank you, everybody on TikTok. So that's one thing I have. This is another thing that I carry that I put in my case. In that same pocket, a little extension cord. You could put your cell phone, charging station here, just, your guitar pedals. You'll be surprised. You're going to need this when you get on the gig, everybody. So this is another thing I like to carry in my case. So this is all on my list of products that things that you should have in your bag, your gear bag, okay, when you go to gigs. So this is another thing I have. So I'll throw it in the same case, in the same pocket right here. And when I go on the plane, I leave it in this place here too. I take everything out of this main pocket and I throw it in here and I zip it up and I keep that in here because I know I'm going to need that when I'm on the gig. You'd be surprised. You go to gig and you ever go to gig and someone says, "What? You got a pick? You got a tuner? You got a guitar cable?" So you can't be like unprepared like that. You're not a pro if you don't do that. So you got to make sure you're a pro and you bring all these things with you. So far we have my guitar strap with the rock lock. So I'll have that in my case. We'll put that away in a minute. Okay. Now here's some other stuff that's coming out now. So guitar cable. So this is my Pig Hog 20-foot guitar cable. So I don't need a longer one than that, okay? And I usually write my name on these things too. I put them right here. This one wore out. Because, if you lose a cable, you usually don't get them back, So I have not one cable, but I have at least 2 cables. Here's another one. This is not this is like a really, and I make sure I don't use cheap guitar cables, guys. When I get cables that last a lifetime, lifetime warranties, because, cheap cables will break and you don't want that on a gig. You don't want to go to a gig and you should plug in and your cable doesn't work and you won't get paid. So it's important to have cables that work. Hey, Jeffrey, my friend Jeffrey on YouTube is one. Again, another one of my lives. So I always have 2 cables. Okay. I was just in Jamaica. I get on the gig and the bass player says, "I don't have a cable, man. I left it at home." I'm like, "You don't have 2 cables?" So I bought my cable. I made sure he got it back for me because that's my backup. One of my cable goes, then I won't have a cable. So you got to have 2 cables per person. You know what I mean? You got to have 2. You're a pro. You're supposed to have 2 cables in there. So I have a 10-footer, and I use Pig Hog cables. They're the same company that makes Reunion Blues gig bags, and I'm one of the artists. So we have the Reunion Blues gig bag and Pig Hog cables. I have a 10-footer and a 20-footer. You can see that on my Amazon list on my description on YouTube here in the description section, also on Facebook. So I have 2 cables at least. Okay, we'll put that in the bag in a minute. Now, another thing I have is I'll take this one out because that's another thing we'll talk about. And I didn't put this on the list, but there's a lot of things in here. So when I play, I like to have hand cream or moisturizer because I don't like to play with dry hands. So you can look on there. I put some Eucerin or something on my Amazon list. So I keep, I don't like to have dry hands when I'm playing. So that's just me. So that's, a thing that you can, put on your list if you have that kind of stuff. Let me see some of the comments. Hey, Victor and Jeff, you guys should be friends on YouTube, just so you know. So let me see. You have a wireless. I don't use wireless. You know why? It might not be reliable. So monster cables are good too. Yeah, Jamie, that's a great thing to say. Let me see some of the questions here. And I'm trying to get to a goal of 5 roses tonight, at least on my live stream on TikTok. So let me see some of the people here, and please share my live stream. Hola, Bing you master. I don't know how you say that. Anyway, So let me say some of the comments here and answer some questions. My last live stream, I didn't get any comments because I had them muted. I didn't know, I didn't know I had it muted on TikTok. Sorry, guys. So it was kind of weird having a live stream and have everything muted. So yeah, if you go to someone said you sell, yes, you go to my Amazon store, which is amazon.com/shop/Ron Jackson Music. And you can see all the gear that I use. And you can just go to the links on my description and check out what's on my store. I sell all kinds of stuff, I practice sitting down, maybe a bad habit. So Elias, I'm gonna do a little TikTok or YouTube video about playing standing up or sitting down. Now, I tend to practice sitting down, but you should practice standing up, because usually when I go to gigs, I stand up. And it's different to play when you're standing up. And of course, you need a guitar strap. So I showed you a guitar strap earlier. So I'm just going to answer a few questions here. So it's important to practice sitting down and standing up. And standing up, there's some advantages when you're playing live because it's more exciting to the audience. So I like to play. If you see like a lot of jazz, you should sit on a chair, and it's like so. People go like, oh man, it looks kind of boring. When you're standing up, it's like, wow, this guy's in front of me, man. He's rocking out. So I think it's important to stand up for your audience and show them that you're playing for them. You're not sitting in a chair, just thinking about what you're doing and being an introverted. And it's very important to do that. And we'll talk more about that kind of subject later. So let me go. Hey, thanks for the gift, Jamie. And thank you for Jamie Morrell and others for contributing to my live goal. Let me thank you all, you guys. 80% of my live goals is completed. I really appreciate it, guys. I meant to send 5, but my thumb got out of control. No problem, Jamie. Your thumb should have hit 500 roses. Thank you. You have wireless. Good. I have a lot of cables. Good. So everybody, just so you know, let me drink some water. You have to have at least 2 cables. It doesn't matter how many cables you have at home. You got to have them on the gig. So it's very important to have many guitar cables when enough guitar cables so you have a backup. Okay, Stan the Man Hampton. Hello, how you doing? Good. Let me go back down here. Uh-oh. There's a lot of comments here, so I'm at the end of the comments. So anyway, let me continue with my bag here. So when I'm on a gig, I forgot to put Ziploc bags on the what's in my bag, but I have Ziploc bags in my car too. I'll put that on the list on my Amazon store. But I have these things called clips. These are very important. Now, when you're on a gig, and I read music, on gigs too, and I play, I can play by ear too, and memorize songs, of course. I could do all that stuff. But imagine you're outside and it's windy. I have this. I have these clips. So it's good to have a sort of clips, particularly big clips. I clip merch like my T-shirts up, and put them on like on a wall or something, or on a chair, so people can see my merch like that. But clips are very important for wind, for sheet music. You could use it for anything you want. So I have these are big clips, but I also have small ones. So these are very important to have in your bag. Okay. Now, another thing that you should have is a pick holder. Now, I don't have this on my list, but I have all my guitar picks in here, okay? And so I have picks in here of all types, and you can find picks right on my description of the picks that I use that are my own Ron Jackson picks. Take a look. These are my Ron Jackson picks, and I have different gauges, and you could buy my picks on my website. Actually, there's a link on my description here on YouTube or wherever you're watching. So I make sure that I have a lot of picks because I drop and lose these things all the time, guys. So I have a pick holder. I got this from Reunion Blues. It was just an accessory case. They gave me this when I was at the NAMM show, like before the pandemic. So these are great. So I have a pick holder case, and I use Jim Dunlop picks. So you go check Jim Dunlop picks. I endorse them. They make my picks and also Pick World picks. So this is a pick holder. Okay, so that's the second thing I'm in my bag. Now let me keep going. So we talked about hand creams. I have all that stuff. Another thing that's very important is a 2-prong 3-prong to a 2-prong adapter. You'd be surprised. Sometimes you go to a gig and there's like, you try to plug into a wall and there's only 2 prongs. Now, you think this is really kind of stupid, but I've been in that situation, guys. So I make sure I have this in my case, in my bag, okay? That's very important to have, okay? Now, I mean, before we keep going, you got to find some place to put this. I don't have it in a bag like this. Actually, I have my own signature Ron Jackson guitar accessory bag that you can get on my website, okay? It's my signature Ron Jackson. It has my guitar picks. See that? It has my guitar pick bag. You can pick that up on my website, my signature accessory bag. So I'll put everything now that I started off with here, things that are small. So I put this, I'll put the little 3-prong to 2-prong adapter in here. You know, my pick holder fits in here. Okay, so far these are things I used. You know, hand cream. Okay, now let's keep going. Now I always have a tuner in my case. So I use a Peterson strobe tuner. Look at this thing. See, that's cool. And you see it's on now, and it's great. I'm a Peterson Intune artist, and this is a Peterson StroboClip tuner. And it's the most accurate clip-on tuner you can buy in the world, okay? Strobe technology is the most accurate tuning. So I use StroboClip tuners, and these are great. And I make sure I always have my name with a labeler on my things. I lose this all the time, so people see my phone number here. It's right here. And they can contact me and give me back my gear that I lost. So most of the time when I lose something like a pedal or a guitar tuner, it's gone forever because people just take it and say, hey, I got free gear, man. So, you know, be careful. Put your name on it. So I keep that in the case too. So this is the bag I keep. This is my accessory bag that I created. And it's great for my gear. Another thing I like to have, I have another version of that right here. So I have 2 versions of that, okay? So these are great little accessory things to put your picks and everything in. So that's what I have so far in my bag. Another thing I have, you'll be surprised, is fast adaptive phone charger. Now this should charge other things too, just so you know. So it charges an iPhone, a Samsung phone. So you need, of course, you're gonna need cables, of course, for that. So always make sure you have your phone, your phone cables, your phone electric cables, and have this in the bag too, because you're gonna need it. You'll be surprised that you're gonna need these things when you're on the gig, okay, or when you're out. So another thing I have are my strings. Now these are my Labella Jazz tape strings, okay, and I make sure I take them out of to save room. I take them out of the box, and you know these are my strings for my 7-string guitar. So I throw these in here too, so you can see that on my description and check it out on my Amazon store. These are great strings. That's what strings I use. They call them the jazz string, okay? Oh, let me see. Let me see some of these comments down here. And thanks for the gift goals, okay? You need clothespins for sheet music on the outdoor gigs. Well, Jamie, look what I have here. I have a clothespin. Well, I have one here. But I have clothespins in my car. I have a lot more. So when I'm on a gig, I have clothespins or these clips. These work even better, actually. Because the clothespins, these are really sturdy and these are big. So you can put sheet music right on there, you know, like it clips onto sheet music really well. It holds good, look. So I like to use these big clips or clothespins. The clothespins will eventually break, you know, because they're, you know, clothespins are cheap. These are not, these are kind of cheap, but they're more expensive. They're great. Okay. Yeah, you have that on your stand right now, Jamie. Great. Yeah, so I'll put a clothespin in here in my bag, okay? Another thing I have in my bag is a string winder, okay? So when you break a string, you don't want to be going twisting your string slowly with your hand and getting a cramp, you know, you can't play. My arm is messed up. You gotta have a string winder. And you know how this is really fast, you know? See, look, I'm actually picking the string winder. So this is a string winder. So it's important to have a string winder when you break those strings quickly. So I throw that in the bag too. Okay. So these are things I put in my bag. Okay. These are great things. These are things you're going to need. and you'll be surprised. I need all this stuff. Okay, next thing I had my tuner. So I have my little CR 2032 batteries for my tuner. You got to have backup batteries in your bag, guys and girls and everybody who's watching. So you got to have backup batteries and put it inside. I keep in a Ziploc bag. Ziploc bags I use a lot too. And, you know, because they're flexible. You can just roll them up and throw them in there. And I throw it here. And then I have all kinds of batteries. So I have AA, you know, I have AAA, AA, AAA batteries, and 9-volt battery, okay, for the pedals or something, whatever you might need them for. These are very good. Oh, yeah. Jamie said clip-on lights. Yeah, I have one too. You know what? I forgot that. But I usually, you know, I have one in the car, but I don't usually keep it in my bag because it's too big. But I have a small clip-on light lying around here someplace in my gear nest here. So this is like the battery bag. So I have all the batteries. And you gotta watch out with the batteries because if you touch the connectors, they go bad. You know, but I get a box of them. You can go to my Amazon store and check them out. Another thing that's very important, everybody, to have in your bag is this thing. It's like a quarter-inch cable to an 1/8 inch. Also, they have the other way around because you could put this into like you could put your guitar cable or something and then throw it to another input, or you could put headphones in here and put into an input to listen. This is really important to have these little adapters like this. So you can see this on my Amazon store list. This is great to have on your, you know, in your bag. This is very important to have, okay? So I'll throw that in my bag. Another thing. Now, we're getting close here. There's a lot of stuff still in here, but you'll be surprised what you need. Another thing I have is this thing. You see this? This is like a mic to a 1/4 inch adapter. So you could take your microphone. I mean, the impedance could be weird. It might not be powerful. But if in an emergency, if you don't have like if you have a mic cable or something, you can plug the mic into your amplifier and put this in there. I have that as a backup because I've actually needed to use this. The reason why I have all this gear is because I actually need to use this sometimes, and it's always in my bag as emergencies. Okay. Thanks for all the gifters. I appreciate everybody. We're trying to get to number 5 here. Are you from Queens, New York? No, I'm not from Queens, New York. No. I wish I was. Stan the man from Hampton. Hey, Stan. Yeah. So, no, I'm not from Queens, New York, guys. That's a funny question. Now, another thing I have is earplugs. Now, I mean, some bands I have are so loud that I need to wear earplugs. Or if I go to a concert, I don't usually have this, you know, I have this in my bag here, but so it's in my guitar case. If I go to a concert, I don't have my guitar. But so, I mean, if I know I'm going to go to a loud concert, I bring my professional earplugs. These are actually molded. I got these to the musicians here. These are molded earplugs. You know, they probably cost $200 or $300, but these are molded to my ears. Now, these are very important. Oh, thank you. You said 13, Jamie. Thank you. So look at this. So, you know, I keep this always in my bag. So molded earplugs are very important. So there's some earplugs that I listed on my Amazon list that's on my description on YouTube and Facebook to get earplugs. So check them out. I think they're called Eargasm. Okay, I met them at NAMM a few years ago before the pandemic. And, you know, so I keep my earplugs in my bag. And, you know, here's a set of 2. They're molded for my ears. These are real professional earplugs. See that? Real professional earplugs. Molded to your ears. And that's the best. Those are the best ones. And they tend to be expensive because they're really molded. They're really made for sound quality and reduction. Ooh, now, another thing you're going to need is a multi-tool. You know, this becomes like, I don't carry this on a plane because they could, you know, they can take them from you. So this has like a plier, little, you know, different kinds of tools like a screwdriver, you know, the same old stuff, these things, you know, and you put them all away. I don't know what else it has here. Like, you know, this doesn't have a knife and stuff. This just has a screwdriver and, you know, a pliers and stuff like that. This is very important. you know, and the thing I don't have in here that which I should have are some Allen wrenches, but I don't have that in my bag. I should keep that in there. You reminded me I got to put Allen wrenches. So you need like an everything tool in your bag. It's very important to have an everything tool. Okay, so I'll put that in the bag. Now I'm getting closer. Now another thing that's really important, that if you lose your bag, you gotta need an Apple AirTag. These are great. You should have them everywhere, in your suitcases, in your guitar case, your guitar itself. If it's a valuable guitar, have an Apple AirTag. So you can pick them up at my Amazon store too. You know, they have good prices. They're cheaper than going to Apple. I think they cost $100 for 4 on Amazon. They're like 85 bucks. So check it out on my store. You need that. You need to have this everywhere, in your car, you know, on your guitars, in your guitar case. So I keep one in my bag right here. Okay. So someone steals my bag, I can track them. Now, another thing I like to have is a Sharpie. Believe it or not, I use this for taking autographs. Okay. So, you know, I like to use a Sharpie for autographs, and it's great to have a Sharpie, and it's permanent. You know, I mean, be careful. I got some on my, I got some on my clothes recently, and it's kind of hard to take off your clothes. But there's a thing I forget that you can use to take the Sharpie permanent markers off. But yeah, Sharpies are very important for signatures. And also, I always have little. I'm always on a gig, and I have to make notes if I'm doing a rehearsal. And I'm always asking, you have a pencil? So look, I have little small pencils. I have that in my bag. I don't have the big ones because they're too big to put in your bag. So I put that in here. So this is getting full, man. You know, but I need all this stuff in here. So I have pencils as well. Let me keep going. We're almost at the bottom here. Now, I didn't put this in, but I have a little tripod, like a really miniature one. It's hard to find this, actually. So you could, I film a lot for my, you know, for my social media, like you're obviously watching me right now on YouTube, wherever you're watching me. And I like to have a little tripod. I don't really use that. I won't put it in here, but it's good to have one, okay, guys and girls? So look at this. Another thing I like to have is little headphones. You can get these on planes. They're free. It's good to have backup headphones. And, you know, depending what kind of phone you have, you can have an iPhone or Android. But it's good to have headphones, okay? So I'll throw that in there. We're getting close now. Oh, a couple more things that are important, man. I didn't know about all this. So we got the pencils. I'm almost at the end of my bag. I have a little USB stick adapter to save files on for emergencies. Okay, you can get one on my page here you can get 1 terabyte pretty cheap, and fingernail clippers for your fingernails, so you know when you're playing you don't get like your fingernails stuck on the frets and on the strings if they're too long. They're like 2 inches. Huh? Yeah, I don't have another thing that I'm missing that I don't have tonight is cough drops. So if you're coughing on stage, you have cough drops, so you can put them in your bag too. So these are all the things that I put in my case, and you know, and carry my so all in my accessory bag. See, I put it all in there because I throw it in here. So here's how I pack my case. Because I have a gig tomorrow, so I'm going to take this tomorrow. I usually take this, okay, and I'll throw this in my Reunion Blues gig bag right here, and I'll open this up. And I'll put this at the bottom like this. So it's here. See that? Then I'll put the guitar strap, because I'm actually packing right now in front of you for my gig tomorrow. I have a gig tomorrow, and I'll be doing a live stream again during that gig at the Inglewood Hospital in Inglewood, New Jersey for the Jazz Foundation of America. And I'll put my strap right here. So you see that? I'll put that right next to that. Can you see that? Everybody on YouTube, it's hard to see. You see? So my strap is right there. And then I'll close this up a little bit. So there's a lot of room in this thing, actually. So I'll close this up here a little bit. Okay. And then I'll put my guitar cables here. See that? And the guitar cables fit right here. Now I'll close that up. See all that room I have? So that's what I have in my bag, everybody. So I showed you everything. Just go back and look at the replay if you haven't seen the whole thing. and you can see all the gear I use. It's all listed on the description. You can check them out on Amazon. You can go to my store and get a cable or whatever you like on there, or the guitar case through my Amazon store. It's amazon.com/shop/Ron Jackson Music, and I have all my gear that I use there and that I actually use for real on gigs. There's of course there's some things I'm missing probably still that I don't have in there in the case, that I could put in the case. Like I have tripods and one thing I like to use. I like to bring these. I like to bring foil and Ziploc bags. Yes, because guess what? When I'm on a gig, I like to bring this because the other day I had a gig on Monday. It was breakfast, and it was a lot of food, so I couldn't eat it all. So what I did was I packed it up, threw it in a plastic bag, and ate it later for lunch. So I bring these kind of things. You'd be surprised when you're on the road. The things you'll need when you're on the road or when you're playing a gig. I forgot to throw this USB cable. I have this card reader thing for credit cards if you want to sell merch. There's all kinds of things you still can carry. I couldn't cover everything and put in everything in my case, but I covered almost everything that I did, that I have in my guitar case. So that's what I carry in my guitar case. And everything you saw fits right in my guitar case right here. And there's a lot of stuff in here, a lot of different things, but it all fits in here. So go check out all my gear. Everybody follow me, subscribe to me, share my live stream, or share my content to everybody at Ron Jackson Music. Go to my store and check it out if you want to donate or, support what I do. You can be a subscriber on YouTube, also on here on TikTok, also on Instagram, also my Patreon's Ron Jackson Music. You could follow me everywhere and support me everywhere. And PayPal, Cash App, all that is Ron Jackson Music. So I really appreciate you guys watching. You can watch the replay of this anytime. It's going to be left up on YouTube and Facebook, okay? It won't be on TikTok, okay? You can watch this on Facebook at Ron Jackson Music and YouTube on Ron Jackson Music, okay? And tomorrow I'm going live at about 12:15, 12:20 Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be playing a live solo 7-string guitar with this guitar at the Inglewood Hospital. And so you come check me out. I'm going to go probably live. I'm going live on the same places. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Well, probably Instagram. But no, not Instagram. Just YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Because I can't go, I have to use 2 different phones. So that's it, everybody. I really appreciate you. And I hope to see you guys someplace else. Cool, I'll be watching. And if you want me to go live with you, I'll do it. Yeah, okay, Jamie. So I'll invite you tomorrow, Jamie, okay, to go live with me. And it'll be great to go live with you, Jamie. Jamie's a great guitarist out of Ohio. And I'll invite him to go live. Okay, so thank you, everybody. And we'll talk. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you wherever I'm touring and playing. And I'm playing a lot in New York City this week. Go to Ron Jackson Music at Ron Jackson at Bands in Town. And I'll be playing in the Midwest and the West Coast, the Rockies and the West Coast in September. So I'll be at Omaha, first part of my tour, then the Rocky Mountain Archtop Guitar Festival in Arvada, Colorado, which is part of Denver. Then I'm going to the West Coast of California in the Bay Area. If you want to come see me play there, then I'm going to Oregon, okay? And so, come by and see me play, but I'll see you online too. So thank you, everybody, and I'll see you guys very soon, and have a great night. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.